we good.
You're known for your chopstick.
Oh, we good. We good. We good. We good. We good. We good. Let's get it set up. All right. Let's see. We can get a little zoom on this thing. Then we'll be good to go. Let's see. Can we get a little bit more zoom on the camera? A tiny bit. But we gonna be good to go. We gonna be good to go. Let's see.
How's that?
Let's see.
Let me see. All right, now we cooking. Now we cooking. All right, now we cooking. The Nerve of You podcast, man. We back. We back on a Wednesday this time, and I want to apologize to everybody that was tuning in yesterday. We had a few technical difficulties, but we got that fixed. Got my super duper engineer Jeremy in the building, man, and you know what I mean. We in good hands on the Nerve of You podcast, but. For everybody that's watching, man, we got a pretty hot topic. I'm sitting here with the co-host that I love to do the most, man. We got Rose in the building.
Hello, everyone.
And we want to talk about Chipmunk Face. That's what I like to call Chipmunk Face, DJ Akademic. You know what I mean? He did it again. Hey, you want to read off that quote that DJ Akademic put on Twitter, I think, but it's floating around Instagram. It's actually going viral.
Right.
And it really caught my attention. Everybody know how I feel about DJ Akademic. I don't dislike the guy. I just think he a voice for lames. But go ahead and read that quote off in its entirety so we can get some context to what we about to speak about, Rose.
Okay. A quote from DJ Akademics. And to keep it real, if you think about it in the bigger scheme of things, there's not much difference between a 20 or a 17 or a 21 and a 17. Just kind of means one's a minor and one's not a minor. But listen, I will say I adopted this rule, which I think was fine. I said, listen, as long as a chick got a college ID, she's getting effed. I don't care if she's 17. I don't care if she's 17 and a half. I don't care if she just turned 17. She's going to get this D.
See, here's my issue with stuff like that, man. You know, and we're going to get into the particulars about age and everything, but for a guy like DJ Akademics, you know, for the influence that he has, for a lot of young men and some young women, for him to even put that out, to me, is very reckless, and it just screamed incompetent to me. It's like, dog, you know how many guys gonna catch cases with that mentality? It doesn't matter in your mind. It don't matter in your own mind if there's a difference between a 21-year-old, a 18-year-old, or a 17-year-old. If a girl is 17 and she says, I was assaulted by a man, you know, sexually, and the police do the report, find out she was 17, 1 billion% of the liability is going to go on the man. Period. Now, all these dudes, DJ Akademic included, they claim this red pill stuff. You know what I mean? They claim they down with all that crap. Mm-hmm. But then you put out something like this, and it really tells me how reckless you are in your mind, and you're not a player. Because a real player is not going to put himself in any kind of position to be jammed up. Matter of fact, a real player likes and has love for the opposite sex. And a woman like a real player. That's just the nature of the beast. I think DJ Akademic is a clown. And let me tell you why I think he's a clown. Look, DJ Akademic is the same dude that was calling certain women thoughts and hoes and all kind of names. But the moment he got on and his paper got right and his bag got right, what kind of woman was DJ Academic linked to and seen with?
Tatiana's.
The same kind of woman that he was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my issue with guys like DJ Academic, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like this for a lot of these quote unquote red pill dudes, or these dudes that claim that they awaken. Truly, they talking about the kind of women that they really want to sleep with. You see what I'm saying? Like DJ Academic was linked to Selena Powell. And she done slept with everybody 3-4 times and slept with their daddy 3-4 times.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? But you got to understand the psyche of a guy like DJ Academic. Look, when you grew up like Academic, and you kind of was like the nerdy clown type of dude, and there's no disrespect to anybody, but let's just call it what it is. You was the nerdy clown type of dude. Mm-hmm. Women walk right by you for the most part. The only kind of sex you was able to get from women was like, pity sex, or she was really extremely drunk, or you know what I mean, you caught somebody slipping coming from a party real quick,
or sleeping with women you really wasn't attracted to,
or sleeping with girls you wasn't attracted to. Then you're gonna develop this mentality over time, because as a player, a real player understands. And like when I say player, I just mean player in life. It's a guy that know how to play the game of life like a chessboard. A real player is in sync with women. You see what I'm saying? A real player, he doesn't have to go to the extreme to get his point across. You see what I'm saying? That's why I said DJ Academic is the voice for the lames. You see what I'm saying? Because what man out his mouth with any kind of pride about himself, what man with any kind of dignity will put that out there, knowing you got influence and you telling all of these dudes that don't know no better, their brain is asleep, you telling all of these dudes, I don't care if she's 17, she's getting this dick. Now, you know how many guys going to catch cases behind that mentality? Now, in the grand scheme of things, it's not too much of a difference between a 17 and an 18-year-old woman. Let's just keep it real. But the law says there's a difference. See, like, you know the problem I got with a lot of black people, black men in general? When it comes to rules, right? When it comes to rules that you got to abide by, it's always a pushback. It's always this gray area that niggas want to insert into the conversation. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
They are perpetual line steppers, and there has to be a line, and it seems like they always want to cross it.
Cause niggas always want to know why. See, the thing about the mindset of a nigga don't want to do nothing about anything. A nigga always want to ask you why. Like a nigga go to work, the boss tell you do this, it's always why. It's never yes sir, no sir. It's never I got it. Like when I was in the military, when my sergeant came to me and say, hey coach, I need you to move these rocks from here to there. It was the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. But you know what I would say? Too easy, sergeant. That's it. It ain't no why. Why this, why that. A nigga always wanna know why. And that's the problem I got with niggas, man. A lot of niggas have issues with rules. So let's go back to the 17-year-old and the 18-year-old. Look, in theory, I understand what he's saying. It's not much of a difference between a 16-year-old girl and an 18-year-old girl, if you want to just be technical. But what I'm saying is, that's not what the law says.
You know what a difference is? There's a difference between a high schooler and a college girl. There's a difference.
Well, you got to understand his mentality is he's not thinking on the intellectual level. He's thinking on the sexual level. So when you're thinking on that vibration, because you're thinking more on the intellectual level, like somebody's mind can develop in a year or two tremendously. but he's talking about sexually. But that's his vibration because he is a lame. You see what I'm saying? Lames think on one vibration only because they never had it. You see what I'm saying? And that's the issue I got is because, DJ Academic, he down with the fresh and fits and all of this. Mm-hmm. So he's in this red pill space a little bit. Mm-hmm. Now, my thing is, you would put something like that into the world. A lot of young men follow Academic. Now, Academic is 31. Right. He's not, super young in the grand scheme of things. He's not 21. He's not an impressionable 19-year-old that's in college. Now, if a girl is 17, I'm not having a debate with the girl or even a debate with myself going back and forth like, well, she'll be 18 in 6 months. She'll be 18 next week. No, if the law says the girl is 17, if her ID, college ID, her passport, her birth certificate, social security card, her WIC card, her goddamn food stamp card, if everything says the girl is 17, I'm done. Yeah. Look, man, I just gotta break this fucking cat. Look, man, let me tell you something. I never was into this young girl thing. And I'm going to tell you why. And maybe I'm shell-shocked or whatever. Yo, this goes back to my high school days when guys that graduated 4 or 5 years ago, they would come up to the high school and post up the Mac on the young girls. And to me, it's like, dog, don't y'all got better shit to deal with y'all life?
No, they don't. That's why they're doing it.
You see what I'm saying? And knowing that, a lot of young kids in the inner city, we got to take the bus. We don't really have, some guys had cars, but we don't really have cars. You know what I mean? A lot of dudes ain't really had jobs or had a paper right. But we were still trying to get with the girls. But then you got to compete with these older dudes coming down there. Now, they got jobs or they hustling or whatever the case, the local drug dealer, posted up outside the high school trying to get with the young girls. And it's just like, dog, it lets me know how lame you niggas is. When I graduated high school, I never came back. I never came back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just at the end of the day, I never ever came back to my high school to pick up on girls. I came back to see my teachers. I was on some, just man shit. I came back to say thank you to a few of my teachers and I bounced. Like that shit. Yo, let me chill, man, because I can really get into that because I brought women on this podcast. If y'all go through my archives, and I had about 4, 5, 6 women on this very podcast talk about the dynamics between older men and younger women. The majority of that thing is transactional. That's just keep it a buck.
Facts.
A lot of these chicks think y'all tricks, man. You know what I mean? And that's what they look like sometimes in the club. When you see a lot of these older niggas and they be in the face of a young girl and don't even speak the lingo, meaning they don't listen to the same music. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got the same taste in anything. So she already know, like, look, what do you want? All right, you want some sex? I want this. You see what I'm saying? Y'all don't even speak the same lingo.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But, I don't age discriminate. Do what you do. I just think a lot of these niggas took it too far.
They did.
Like, and rest in peace to Kevin Samuels and all. A lot of that shit is on Kevin Samuels. He's not the only one, but he was the biggest one. And Kevin Samuels had guys thinking that it is a battalion of young girls waiting in line for older men. And I'm like, look, there's a percentage of older men that can deal with younger women. They in shape. They know the lingo. They charismatic. You know what I mean? They know how to make a young woman feel beautiful.
They have money.
They got money. They got every ingredient that says I'm 50 years old, but I can deal with a woman that's 25. They still got their libido.
Yeah.
But
they serve a void for like a father figure in the woman's mind.
Thank you for that Cash App, Scarlett Thompson. Appreciate you, sweetheart. My thing is this. I've been in the club with Kevin Samuels, and you know, there's no disrespect. Y'all don't come to my channel talking about Boogie hating on it. No, but I'm gonna tell my story because I was there. No, this is because you know how because you know how dudes will come to your channel like you a hater. How am I a hater? When I was in the club with Kevin, ask me how many young girls came up to Kevin. Ask me.
Did 5 come up to Kevin?
Nope. Ask me.
Did 3 come up to?
Nope.
Did 1?
It was one woman that came up to Kevin Samuels. She was an older Asian woman, probably 45 years. I swear to God, I put this on my kids. She was about a 45-year-old woman, but she recognized us from YouTube.
Oh, okay.
She really recognized Kevin, but she kind of knew who I was. You know, see Boogie ring bells a little bit, but she really recognized Kevin. And like we had a small conversation with her, and even when we was in Papados, man. Fuck it, man. Them young girls was looking at Kevin like, you know what I'm saying? I even tried to put him on with this little rib bone. This is a true story. I never told nobody this story. So we was all at Papados at the MIT thing he did a long time ago, years ago. And it was, you know, Kevin's real tall. And it was this real tall, light-skinned girl. She looked like she played volleyball or something. I was a little mad that she had on some white socks with her boots or whatever, but I was like, shorty, wow, you want to run track after this? But at the end of the day, we was all at the bar. You know, at the time, Kevin ain't drink. I don't know if he picked up a drinking habit later, but, you know, I was at the bar sipping on some Grand Marnier, and so we wanted to take some pictures for the MIT. So I seen the tall red bone, and I was like, excuse me, sweetheart, can you take some pictures for us? Da-da-da-da. So she took the pictures. So I threw Kevin the alley hoop.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know how I go.
Yeah.
Boom, I threw him the alley hoop.
Being a great wingman.
Why he dropped the ball on
What happened? How?
Kevin Samuels, and this girl was beautiful. Like I say, she had on some white socks with her boots. I didn't.
You know he a style guy. He might.
Well, maybe he didn't notice. Maybe he did, but I definitely. But this girl was beautiful, man. I ain't Kevin. He's beautiful.
Oh, okay.
So I threw him the alley hoop. While he fumbled the ball, Kevin Samuels looked at the girl and walked away. And she was kind of looking like, is anybody gonna talk to me? I'm like,
oh, okay.
I'm in limbo. Like, sorry, you know what I mean? So Kevin Samuels is not even bagging up a bunch of young. Rest in peace. He wasn't even bagging up a bunch of young girls the way he said he was. Now his online persona. I mean, obviously, once he got 1 million subscribers, now you in a different ball game. Right. Now you famous. And we know the groupie thing and everything. Right. But I'm talking about when he had 35,000 subscribers. Man, them chicks was looking at Kevin like he was crazy. Aww. But, you know, and I'm not saying he can't get a woman. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that. But I'm talking about these young girls. Yeah. Them young hoppers in Atlanta. Like, you know them chicks that's riding around listening to Future and Lil Baby?
Yeah.
Them chicks that's listening to Meek Mill and Lil Uzi? Real talk. I mean, them chicks was looking at Kevin like, nice suit, nigga, bye.
Yeah.
Nice suit, nigga.
Unless they signing up to be a sugar baby, because that's Sugar Baby Central, Atlanta.
Snapple top.
So.
I know you would know.
I don't understand. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know you might know about the Sugar Baby thing. But, so, a lot of that shit was started by Kevin.
I believe in families.
And I'm like, look. I'm not saying that an older man can't get with a younger woman, but to say that that's the new normal,
yeah,
I'm like, y'all niggas are bugging, and that's my whole thing. Because a lot of people think I age discriminate, and I'm like, look, dog, if I walk out this studio right now and just stand on the corner for 2 hours, it might be hot as hell. Am I going to see a bunch of 50-year-old men with 21-year-old girls?
No.
More than likely, people stay around their age group. Yeah. More than likely, right? It's more times than not.
Right. Plus or minus 5.
Yeah, but more than likely.
Yeah.
Stay around their age group.
Let's not talk about the past.
More than likely. But the point is, it's not an everyday thing.
It's not an abundance.
You know, I don't care what they're doing in the Philippines. I don't care what they're doing in Uganda. I don't care what they're doing in Australia. I'm talking about the United States.
And it's really because of this whole sugar baby, sugar daddy culture, the hoe trick culture. It's really stemming from that. If it wasn't for that, then that whole dating younger women, that would be dead.
But can I be honest? Can C Boogie be honest?
Yes.
You sure?
Positive.
I mean, this is the Never You podcast. I don't want to get on here and cat.
Tell me.
And I hate to kind of just say this. Do you know how many chicks I've slept with that I've been with in my lifetime that was very unhappy in those situations? Because here's the thing. I'm just gonna be honest. We're gonna move on. We're gonna finish on Chipmunk Face Academic. Here's the point. When it comes to older men and younger women, we always forget that, you know, a 49-year-old man could be sexy. He got his gray hair, salt and pepper. You know what I mean? Like, he's still moving and grooving. A lot of these women don't understand that this nigga about to get old.
Yeah.
And
they didn't account for that.
They don't. I mean, nobody really thinks that because, you know, you're having fun. You in the moment. You know what I mean? You got the love goggles on. And we forget that these niggas get old. I'm not talking about old. Old can still be cute and sexy. When a nigga get old, I'm talking about back hurting all day, old. I'm talking about, you know, dick can't get hard without Cialis, old. I'm talking about heart problems, old. Yeah. I'm talking about 3-4 days a week at the doctor for many different things, old. I'm talking about a line of medication in the morning, old.
Yeah, a lot of guys in their 50s, they think that they're going to meet a young woman and she's going to be in a hospital with them. It's going to be a rude awakening.
So, and like, we can get into all the details on the stories. I got plenty of stories, and I've met some women that was with niggas. They was older guys. At one point, they was old and sexy. They was mature. Yeah. They showed them things. And when a nigga got old, and this girl, this was multiple women I've been with. And when they realized the rest of their life until this man passes, it's going to be in and out of the hospital. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. It's in and out of the hospital visits. She right there by the hospital bed. It's going to be paramedics called. It's going to be, I got to leave work to come to, you know what I mean? You're pretty much an in-house nurse. And I've seen some women go off the deep end with it. They have developed, you know, little drinking habits. You know how I start off with a glass of wine in the midday. Start off with maybe 1 or 2 cocktails or mimosas, and then it leads to this, and then next thing you know, it goes to the depression medication. That to now you on Xanax. Now you go from the alcohol, mixing it with the Xanax. Now you know what I'm saying?
Now you playing with your nose.
I mean, that's a big leap, but it happens. So, you know, it's a big leap, but it does happen. So I've seen women go under. And then when I would talk to these women, I mean, if you want the honest truth, they was waiting for these men to pass.
For that insurance money.
I mean, that's a part of it, but it's not even about the money. They want their life back.
Oh, I see.
So now you would say, oh, that's messed up, da-da-da-da. Man, this is life. All of these dudes claim they red pill, but they don't want the real realities. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? They want a fairy tale world because I tell you what, once that man is in and out the hospital, da-da-da, his penis ain't getting hard, what you think she gonna be doing on her lunch break at work? What you think she gonna be doing when she say, I'll be back, I'm gonna go hang out with the girls, or I gotta go run this errand, or I done met up with women in grocery store aisles. Like, I mean, women are very crafty. Like, look, man, I'm in the seasoning aisle at the supermarket. I ain't got long, and I will come and just walk through the aisles with the man. Look, this stuff goes so deep, and I'm not bragging about it, but what I'm saying is my life experience has told me there's a other side to this, and it's ugly, because a lot of these chicks, they waiting for these men to pass. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think Kevin Samuels did a lot of these guys a good service by promoting that, because I'm like, look, you setting some of these dudes up for failure. You see what I'm saying? Because if you telling these guys, "Are you a high value man? Get you a young woman." Da 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 da. All right, I'm not against that, but he never talks about the downside. He never talked about, not just Kevin, but other guys. They never talked about the flip side to the coin, that you don't think this chick is gonna look at this dude different once he get old.
Right.
How much love you think is in the world? She still got needs. She gonna get out here and hop on a young dick. Young dick. Pause. Stop. Young dick. She gonna get out here. She gonna get out here and hop on a young dick.
Can you do the yeah thing?
Yeah. And like, here's the thing. A woman's sexual prowess gets increases as she get older.
Right.
And men, our testosterone goes down as we get older. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, even if he's 80 and she's 50, she still wants sex.
That's true. That's true.
And you're not going to tell me it's a bunch of 80-year-old men that stop it. It might be a few. Stop it. Stop it, dog. Thank you for that $2 super chat, Pamela. Older women with younger men, can it work long term? More than likely not. More than likely not. I mean, look.
I don't know if I should say this controversial statement.
Kick it.
But it's the Nerve of You podcast, so I think I could. I wonder if there is a correlation with women that were violated in their younger years with the age gap. I mean, extreme age gap dating, like 10 years plus, 15 years plus, 20 years plus. If there's a correlation with that. And I
don't know.
Honestly, in my life, I think there is.
I don't know. I mean, look, but again, I know what's going to happen. A lot of dudes going to come in the comments. Oh yeah, for everybody. I'm going to go and reset the room. It's the Nerve of You podcast, man, coming at you midday on a lovely Wednesday. I got the co-host I love to do the most, man. We rocking out. And for people that don't know, I'm on my wellness, man. So we juicing today. You know what I mean? A little cucumber, a little kale, a little ginger. You know what I mean?
Apples,
little apple. You know
celery.
What I mean? You know what I mean? So we getting our juicing on, man. So I suggest you do it too. But to answer your question, I don't know. I'm just kicking the schematics because I know what's gonna happen. A lot of dudes gonna come in the comment section like, "Oh, Buggy, you hating?" It's like, I'm not hating. I'm telling you my experiences. Everybody else can tell their experiences. I can't tell mine.
Right.
Everybody else can tell their reality. I can't tell mine. No. I've seen the dark side to that. Mm-hmm. And it gets very dark because niggas gonna get old. I mean, everybody gonna get old, but I'm just saying. So if you 50 or 60, she's 25. I mean, that's good. That's cool. Y'all can run together.
Right.
At some point, nigga, you're gonna be 70. Mm-hmm. You're gonna be 80. Now you got an in-house nurse. It kind of hints why a lot of these dudes don't get married till they get older. But not truly understanding that you got to pay for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of transactions that come with that.
But that's the life you chose.
So and with the understanding that she will creep out a couple times at some point, because it's not just the fact that she may not be getting good sex at home because the nigga got old. It's the fact that she didn't really know what she was signing up for. And I'm just kicking my experiences and what I've talked to with women. She didn't know what she was signing up for. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. She didn't know that a large part of her days was to be a nurse when, you know, she wanted to be free. She wanted to have fun. She wanted, you know what I mean? Da. So anyway, let's move on to Chipmunk Face. DJ Academic is the voice for a lot of lames. You know what I'm saying? Because Academic is the type that will preach all of this red pill shit. He's the type that will go in on thoughts but still sleep with them. I have an issue with that. I have a personal vendetta against guys that do that. Honestly, man, because, like, you know what it truly tells me, man?
What does it tell you, Boogie?
It really tells me that you truly want these women to notice you. You know what I'm saying? And for a lot of guys, they understand that a certain group of women won't notice them unless they degrade them. See, for a guy like Academic, any attention is good attention. It's like the guy in the back of the class that will pull your hair. You see what I'm saying? Now, you might have had your eye on the guy across the room, or the young man across the room, and he's just minding his business. You might have liked him. The guy in the back of the class noticed that, like, damn, every time she come to class, you look at him. Right. So he get to throwing stuff at you, pulling your ponytail, talking about attention, you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, there go acne face coming in the room. But this is what young men do when they like a girl to get her attention. I mean, it's just the natural order of things. You know what I mean? It's the natural order of things. And to be fair, young girls do it too. Right. But that dynamic never changes in life. Okay. So the same young man that will pull your ponytail is the same, older man that would sit around and degrade certain types of women, but really they want attention from these types of women. Because when you've been validated, because I've been validated since like 06. No, this is a true story. I can't tell a true story. When you've been validated
I've been validated on Valentine's Day.
When you've been validated by a certain type of woman, because I can go back to my 12th grade year. I got validated.
You got crowned.
I got crowned.
He was knighted.
No, real talk, this is a true story. I got validated, meaning I was dating two of the prettiest girls in school. I'm not going to say my whole high school year was like that, but I'm saying. So for me, when I went off into the world, I went off with a different kind of confidence. Like, you know what? I can step to the prettiest girl in school and do my thizzle. You see what I'm saying? And do my thing. So when I stepped off into the world, it wasn't the fact that, got a bunch of money, this and that. No, I just had the confidence to step to a pretty girl and say, look, I need to talk to you. That's it. Me and you got to talk.
It was within. It wasn't.
Yeah, it's kind of metaphysical, but right. When you don't get those opportunities, and I didn't go to college, I went straight to the military, but I'm pretty sure I would have brought that to college, but I brought it to the military with me too. Like, you're not going to get every woman that you like, but as long as you got the confidence to talk to a woman, that's all you need.
Yeah, and that's a very powerful thing, to get someone that you actually wanted. That, I think we sleep on that. Being able to do that is an achievement.
I mean, that's a pretty good point.
Yeah.
Do you think?
How many people could say that they did that? Not many. Not many people could say, that's the person I wanted, and that's the person I ended up marrying, or that's the person I ended up having a long-term relationship with because they liked me as much as I liked them. Or a job that they wanted. Well, that's easier. I think the person that you wanted, that's a harder feat to climb and get.
Yeah, because it's a lot of moving parts.
Right, personality, all that.
I mean, yeah, it's a lot of moving pieces. Excuse me, in regards to attraction, but you got to ask yourself too, how many people truly know what they want and what they need? Because by my estimation, especially nowadays, everything that we need is not what we want, and definitely everything that we want, we don't need that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
So for instance, I mean, I'm on Instagram. I see some women, they posting up pictures. You know what I mean? I might even like the picture just to say, hey man, she's beautiful.
Hell no.
But I know for a fact that's the type of girl that would probably come in and destroy a nigga life.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So for me, I think a lot of people don't even really know what they want. I think it should be like this. I think young women, I think young men, right? And when I say young, I mean 22, 23 and younger, high school. Look, date, have fun, safely, right? You can put it out there safely. Date, have fun, do it safe. Get as many experiences as you can. So
Good and bad.
when you're ready to settle down, you got a clear picture of what you want and what you need. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
sorry, go ahead.
You're cooking right now. Continue.
So, you know what I mean? It's one of them things like, get it all out. So when you do settle down, when you do decide to be an adult and grow up or whatever the case is, you're not too concerned on what's going on outside of your home. Because that's where we mess up. Like, even if our home life is good, a lot of motherfuckers still worried about what's going on outside their house, whether it's Instagram, whether it's TikTok, whether it's real life, whether it's the club on Friday. And it's like, you've been going to the club for the last 4 years of your life. It ain't going to change.
Right.
I can take you to the club right now. You're going to see some of the same people. It's going to be the same music, the same drinks. But for some reason, we think we missing something.
Yeah, same types of people, different faces, but the same types. Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, I started going to the club when I was 16. I'm 34. Mm-hmm. It's the same setup. It never changed. The women's line over here, the men's line over here, the bar, you walk in, the bar right there, you got the DJ, the dance floor. Nothing changed. The bathroom is here. Come on. The drinks haven't changed in years. Like, what are we really talking about? Nothing has changed.
We stopped going to the club for an achievement. Like, there's reasons why you're supposed to go to the club. For an achievement, a big, achievement, you go to the club to celebrate it. Not just going every Friday, Saturday. Like, that's not a good use of the club.
Hold on.
Also, I do think that there's certain things you don't get to have if you're not all in. Relationships included. The job you want included. Like, we really got to make the necessary sacrifices in order to get the reward of what we want in life.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people should truly just know what they need. I think a person baseline should be what they need, and then you build up to what you want. This is my personal.
I like that.
This is my personal philosophy. I'm not putting it on nobody, but I'm saying you start off what you need, because we all have different life experiences. What you've been through in your life, I didn't go through, and vice versa. Some things might be similar, but for the most part, it's different. So you have a set of needs, boom, because of what you've been through. For instance, because of what you've been through, you may need to be taught to a certain type of way. You may need a certain amount of attention. You may need a certain amount of nourishment. You may need
discipline.
Whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying? So everybody need different things. So you start off with what you need, boom. Then you build on what you want. All right, boom. I need this based on my past. Oh, and maybe need is the wrong word, but you know what I'm trying to say.
No, you're right. No, human baseline needs. Yeah.
I need this. Yeah. I need this in a relationship because this what makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Now you build on your wants. Okay. Now what I want this nigga to make 100,000 or 200,000. I want this nigga to be over 6 feet. Yeah. I want this nigga to have a six pack. But
have a nice voice. Yeah.
But we starting out with what I want. Like this is why dating is very hard for people, because now we starting with what we want.
Yeah.
We starting off baseline level. This nigga got to make 250,000. Oh shit! But this, it's 2% of guys you even qualify. So, I think that, and let's go for men and women. I think that if people truly matured in their mind and their spirit, they'd be like, okay, look. Here's my needs, whatever that could be. It's like for me personally, right? I'm a 2-time war veteran. Meaning, sometimes I have really bad days. and not because anything's going on, but I might have had a bad dream that threw my energy off, or I might sometimes I might be up for a day and a half, or I might get up real early and just want to be by myself. Sometimes I may need a woman that's going to give me my space. Hey, look, there's nothing wrong. I just need my me time. Or there's going to be some days I might need a woman to just hold me and shit. You know what I mean? I might have had a flashback. I don't know. You know what I mean? But the point is, because I've been through that, I have a particular set of needs. Mm-hmm. So, boom, I start there. And then you build on what you want. Like, okay, da-da-da-da, whatever it is that, in my mind, that I feel that I want from a woman. But I always start with my needs because
What do you want from a woman?
I mean, what do I want? I mean, honestly, at this point in my life, I want peace. Mm-hmm. I want the energy to be in harmony. You know, I want great communication, honestly. I put a lot of stock on communication. Communication. And this is kind of vague, but I just want a woman that gets it. Like, whatever the it is, like, just get it. Like, she just get the moment. It's hard to explain, but I know it when I see it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just want a woman that get it. Like, she just understand what the moment requires. And, you know what I mean? She's not in her ego to understand what we got to do in the moment. Whether it's dressing for the occasion, whether it's saying the right things at the right time, whether it's keeping my secrets, whatever. Just a woman that gets it. But
right.
Real talk, I mean, you know, the rest of that stuff, it happens over time. You know what I mean? All that submission and this and that, it happens over time. You know what I mean? It's not an overnight thing.
And I don't know why men are going around talking about submit to me, blah, 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 blah. Do you know trust comes before submission? At first it's trust, then it's cooperation, then it's submission. That's the order. And these guys got it messed up. They think, oh, I meet a woman, she must submit to me. Like,
well, for one,
that costs. The cost is trust.
Well, for one, you gotta have a mission. I mean, so you asking somebody to submit to what?
Right.
I mean, here's the way I see it. You know, I know others might think different, but the man submits to God. He has an overall mission in life. A man that never depart from his mission. You know what I'm saying? He submits to God. Come on, that's why I'm calling my damn phone. And then the man lays out the family mission or the relationship mission to the woman. And she submits to the mission. It's not necessarily her submitting to the man, meaning, you know, since you're a black king, I'm gonna rub your feet. Like, it's a little bit more to it than that. I think that a man with a mission should get submission. You know what I'm saying? But it's not just submitting to the man. Whether y'all got a family or it's just y'all, you're submitting to the mission, the plan that's being laid out on how you're going to run your life together. Right. And you know, but the man is ultimately submitted to something higher than him. Right. Like, if a man is left, hold on, if a man is left ungoverned, meaning he just out here winging it, I think that shit is going nowhere fast because he's dealing with that woman from his ego. Do you know how dangerous that is? Mm-hmm. I mean, seriously. When a man is dealing with a woman from his ego, by the time that woman is done, she's going to be cannon fodder. Yeah. Period. Yeah. Because he's self-serving. I mean, yeah, it has nothing to do with the woman.
It had nothing to do with God. It don't have nothing to do with a moral mission or some kind of mission that's bigger than him. It's there's a man of God and there's a man of the devil.
I'm gonna be honest. I just gotta be 100. Like, in 2022, I would tell anybody, man or woman, but I'm talking to the woman. If any woman came up to me on a personal level for some advice, which they do, I would say for most of these niggas, don't be beholden to no nigga. Have your own stuff. Have the ability, get an education, have the ability to get a job if you want. Have the ability to make your own money. Have the ability to support yourself. I would tell that to my kids. I would tell that to any woman, and I have told this to women. Don't get caught up in that shit, because we living in a day that a lot of men are governing themselves. A lot of men are in that ego. And I just gotta be 100. I mean, including myself. I've been there, done that. I used to have massive control issues. And if a man has 100% control over everything, I don't think that's a safe place for women these days, honestly. Because and if we just gonna keep it 100, I mean, like, how many men are in church? Like, how many men do you see and practicing any kind of spirituality? Not this fucking Hebrew Israelite shit that they trying to come with, right? Where women just gotta bow down and kiss the ring and shit. No.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, like, how many men are actually building something, or at least trying. You know what I mean? Like, how many men are trying, are just humble. You know what I mean? Humble within their approach to life. And I would tell any woman, man, you'll be a damn fool to be up under a man and you ain't got no leverage to get out.
Right. That we should have that mentality of, no matter how deep you take me, I could swim. I could swim out of that. Like, I could leave whenever I want to, if need be. And a lot of times that's what's needed. We can't be beholden. You're right.
I mean, if you think about it, I don't even trust half these niggas. No, I ain't trying to be funny. Half these niggas I don't trust. Because it's kind of funny how, like, in like red pill spaces, they always saying, don't trust women. Women aren't loyal. They be talking as if niggas are loyal.
Right.
It's niggas in jail snitching on their best friend right now. And it's a nigga at home sleeping with his baby mother. I don't even trust these niggas. Yo, man, let me tell y'all something. At the end of the day, you guys are crazy if you think I will put 100% faith in you niggas. I mean, these guys are insane. 99% of the times that I've been burnt in life has been by another nigga.
Damn.
But the red pill was saying don't trust women, da-da-da. I'm talking about 99%.
Wow.
No, I go 98.
Okay.
I go 98 because that's too close to 100. 98.999% of times that I've been effed over, burnt, hung out to dry,
Betrayed.
lied to, betrayed, disappointed, I swear to God, has been by another nigga.
That is the worst feeling. That betrayal. Ooh, it hurt. And that's what gets everybody like, damn, it's that betrayal. No matter if you're a good person or a bad person, it all hits everybody the same way.
Niggas are crazy. So I'm supposed to get out here and trust. So they saying don't trust women. I mean, who am I supposed to trust? You niggas? Do you know how many guys I thought was my friends went behind my back and tried to get at girls I was talking to? Threw me under the bus, and I seen the text messages. That shit hurt. I mean, that shit hurt because you like, I thought we was gang. I thought we was tight.
Gang.
But you not. Do you know how many dudes that literally threw me under the bus in life or disappointed me or left me? I mean, come on, dog. Like, it's a crazy mentality. But me, I'ma speak my truth. I don't trust half these niggas. So anyway, moving on. Somebody say facts on 99%. I'm just being 100. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. When I was in Iraq, both times, everybody that sent me packages was women. Oh, every time I called my homeboys, them niggas was busy.
Oh, damn.
Probably chasing pussy. Didn't pick up the phone. Or like even when they had time, it was a quick call. You know who answered my calls when I was in Iraq? Women. My grandmother, my mother, my sister. Women that I had in my life. Women. I'm dead ass serious, man. And I didn't even truly need my homeboys to send me packages. I'm like, dog, just pick up the phone and talk to me.
Damn.
These niggas, and I know they wasn't doing nothing but out in the streets chasing pussy. And that shit be hurting the nigga, man. Do you know when I got off that airplane, when we landed, when I got back from Iraq, it was women out there waiting. It was, I'm telling you, man, I can go down the list. So it's like, how the fuck you niggas gonna tell me don't trust women when I'm putting my life on the line and you niggas couldn't send me a bag of M&Ms in the mail because y'all too busy? And that be the shit I be talking about, man.
Because they don't value that. Like, when you think of the things that you value more than money, those are your values. What's more important than what you think is money are your values. So they value getting money and chasing vagina.
I can understand getting money, but that's not what they was doing, because I know these niggas. Like, when you grew up with people, you know these niggas. And so my thing is, like, let's stop the cap. Let's stop the capping. Every time I had a surgery, it was a woman there to help me out and nurse me back to health. Like, I just gotta be 100, man. Like, my dealings with a lot of niggas has been fair, I guess. But man, when a woman love a man, these niggas can kiss my ass, man. Because, yeah, man, these niggas kiss my black ass. When a woman love a, I know the love of a woman. When a woman love a man for real, there ain't too much she not gonna do. That's true. Why I don't just get online and talk about the effery of women. I talk about how good women are too. I'm like, y'all crazy.
That's why us as women need to preserve our love to ourselves until we meet a man that is a lovable man, that's honorable, that's righteous, that loves us. Oh yeah, that loves us.
Indeed. So, look, at the end of the day, back to the topic. So you got DJ Academic, Chipmunk Face, right?
Right.
He is the voice for lames. You know what I mean? And when I say lame, I mean guys that have developed a hatred toward life. They don't want to experience life for what it is. They don't want to get out their comfort zone. They want everything to come to them. They're a little sketchy in their behavior. You know what I mean? Might be addicted to porn. Just real lames. You know what I mean? So, at the end of the day, man, a lot of these niggas, you know what I mean? I really feel bad for them and shit, man, because that's their leader. Like, look who y'all following. Look who y'all following.
A 31-year-old man that says that he will sleep with a 17-year-old. Even if the 17-year-old just turned 17. I mean, she was 16 yesterday. That's what you're.
That's their leader. That's their leader. That's their general. That's their general. Because they're living vicariously through him. These guys are sick.
And they're vagina driven, and that's all they care about. And they will take it at the expense of a woman not knowing any better.
Look, man, there's responsibility, because we ain't going to be on here long. There's responsibility that comes with sex that, I've always known about. Like, when a woman is too pissy drunk or, you know what I mean, she might be on drugs or something like that, or, you know what I mean, women with kids in their house. I mean, it was certain protocols that, I'm talking about on a personal level, I kind of stayed away from. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it didn't feel right.
Would I go to a woman's house if the kids was in bed? It's 12, 1 in the morning. Now, that's different than the kids is running around the house and y'all sneaking into the room. I don't just blame the women for that. I blame the men, too. Like, you want to talk about the women, but look at the behaviors y'all indulging in. You ain't no better than her. Period.
Right.
She got our kids running around with dirty diapers on, and you sneaking in the room just to get between her legs. Like, dog, the first job of a man is to establish order.
What did you say?
The first job of a man is to establish order. Before you get any sex, intimacy, anything out this woman, you got to establish some order. Period. You know what I mean? That's my thing. I can't even function if I'm not in my boogie. I can't even do that. You know what I mean? I just can't. I got to come in. I'm like, oh no, we got to. Yo, man, I done had chicks up after the club washing dishes. I don't play that, man.
Washing their face.
What? How dare you?
The nerve of you.
The nerve of you. I like order. That's the best kind of energy when shit is in order and it's in harmony. So my thing is like, yo, I blame you niggas just as much as I blame these women. Niggas want to talk about I'm like, dog. And see, like his black man logical. I don't care, man. You know what I mean? I just want to effort, man. I just want to fuck her, man. You know what I mean? Gotta fuck her, man. I'm gonna just get the. I mean, this is black man fucking logic, and this is why, honestly, this is why we never gonna have shit. The truth. Anybody want to hear the truth from C Boogie? That's the truth.
That was Trouble's mentality.
This is why black men are never gonna have a fucking thing. This is why we always gonna be at the bottom. It's our fucking mentality towards shit, man. It's the lawlessness. It's the I don't care. It's the lack of pride. It's the lack of spirituality. You niggas is spiritually dead. It's the I don't give a damn about nothing but myself. It's why we never ever gonna have shit. That's why when niggas come to me, hey black man, I walk the other fucking way. Don't even approach me. Hey King, I'm walking the other way.
Yeah, we need to change our vocabulary. Instead of saying I, we need to say we.
God damn, that shit be having me so hot with these niggas because I'm like, y'all don't want to take accountability for shit. It's niggas online with 2, 3, 4 baby mothers going in on single mothers. And y'all are cool with that. As if it's all on them. This shit is a sham. The nerve of you niggas, man. The nerve.
The debauchery.
The effery. God damn, this shit is malarkey.
What in the Machiavelli?
Let me chill, man, because that shit be having me hot. I'm like, dog, and this go for women and men. Everybody's responsible for their own life. Whatever decisions you make, you got to take everything that come with that. That's all I ever been saying from day one.
To me, a true man, is a man that says, I'm responsible for myself and everybody else. That, to me, is a heart of a man.
I don't know about that.
I mean,
everybody. You gotta define. Who's everybody? I ain't responsible for everybody.
Like thinking like a president. Like I'm responsible for myself.
Everybody under my umbrella.
Okay, a president, right? Isn't America under?
But that's different. If I'm a man and I have an umbrella, family,
community. That's what I mean. Everybody else.
Okay, cool, but I'm just saying I ain't responsible for everybody. Like somebody just walking the street doing whatever. I can't do no. No.
I mean, let's say.
But my community, yes.
That's
like,
what I'm talking
if
about.
If I got trash in my community, it's my job to get it up.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, but you can't say just everybody.
Okay, everybody else in my community.
I can't control what the guy doing 3 blocks away. I go over there telling him what to do. He might shoot me.
Did you have that mentality when you were in war? With your. When
That's
you say
different.
Everybody else, meaning all of my other soldiers.
Well, yeah, because we was under the same umbrella.
That's what I'm talking about.
If you had that patch on your shoulder, you with me.
That's what I'm talking about. Not the enemy. I'm talking about everybody else on my team.
I ain't got no ops. I'm just keeping it real, but it's okay. We saying the same thing. It just need to be flushed out, right? Because that's like saying, it's some people in the chat room. I'm not responsible for these people in the chat room. They can get off this live stream and go do what they want to do. I'm not responsible. But if they listen to what I'm saying, they wouldn't get into anything. Because my thing has been just simple, yo. Take accountability for your actions. From day one, since I got online, it's been the same. It's like, look, everybody's an adult. Self-improvement is personal. Evolution is personal. Doing the right thing is personal. All of this community shit, that's a bunch of mumbo jumbo. Better people make better couples, better families, make better communities. So on the individual level, everybody got to hold their own weight too. Mm-hmm. You can't just put it 100% on the men and not put accountability on the women. You can't put 100% on the women and not bring up the men. It's like, no, we all are responsible for our decisions. Now, why are we making these decisions? How are we making it? Whatever the case is, you know what I mean? That's an individual's job to fix that. Mm-hmm. It ain't going to be fixed overnight, da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? It takes work. It takes consistency. You got to want it. You got to want to fix the things that get inadequate and that bother you, you're self-conscious about, or is just harming your life, if it's just not helping you. Every decision we make in life, we should ask ourselves, how is this helping me? Like, you know, and that's just managing yourself better and being in control, because when we're not in control of ourselves, we do let our insecurities get the best of us.
Right.
We let our past get the best of us. We let what people say about us bother us. We get out here with something to prove. When we don't manage ourselves correctly, we start to think this shit is real. Mm-hmm. And okay, somebody might have said something about me 10 years ago. Oh, you're a fuck nigga, whatever the case is. It's like, all right, whatever, dog. You know what I mean? I got to keep moving. But once I let that into my spirit and get to me, now I'm out to prove that I'm not a fuck nigga, or I'm not a bitch ass nigga. And, you know, you end up in jail over this shit, just the most minor things that we should just be letting go. But that's about self-management.
Right.
I can't control the person that said whatever about me. You know what I mean? I can't control that, but I can control how I respond. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm on. Now, is there a time and a place to slap the wisdom teeth out somebody? Yes. I'm not opposed to that either. I'm not opposed to putting hands on people, but there's a time for that. I think everything counts, because you're not going to blatant disrespect me in my face. No. But what I'm saying is, with proper management, I'll manage who I slap. You know what I'm saying? For real. Because sometimes you just got an open palm. Like, it's the most disrespectful thing, but sometimes you got an open palm. You hit him with the karate chop. Bow. You know what I mean? So I'm not opposed to slapping a nigga. But what I'm saying is, our decisions as people has led us up to wherever we at in life, our station in life. And it's never too late to change it. Mm-hmm. Like, for me, you know, I'm not extra judgmental where people can't change. Like, you know, and that's another thing. I'm going to say this last point and we got to go. With black people, we keep each other in the prison, don't we?
For real.
Like, I ain't capping. Like, this is particularly with black folk.
Nobody could redeem themselves.
We don't even believe in this shit. Like, whatever you did in high school, you got to wear that. I'm like, yo, man. And this is why so many black people be moving to different states.
Right.
Like, you ever notice that?
Yeah, I did it.
You funny. No, real talk. But this is why so many black people be up and moving to different states, because you don't want to be a prisoner to your past. And I don't think that's fair to do that to people. You see what I'm saying? I think that if somebody put in the work, they redeem themselves, they have proven over time, I'm not the same person, you got to respect that. You got to respect somebody's evolution.
I have a question.
Sure.
Because you said that statement, do you think it's fair for someone to commit a crime, pay their time, pay the fines? Do you think that jobs should hold what they did against them? Do you think that that job or people could see what they did, or do you think that after they paid their fine, did their time, it should be sealed? No. Their crime should be sealed?
No, I don't know, because now I think on a personal level, you know, it's kind of like the military, if I had to give you an example. You know, like in the military, without dress blue uniforms, everything you are is on your uniform when you walk into a room. Your rank, your awards, whatever. You know what I mean? How many years you've been in. Everything's on your uniform. So the moment you walk through that door, you can read somebody's uniform to see if they're a good soldier or a bad soldier. Mm-hmm. And I do think that that's important, Now, we shouldn't prejudge somebody. We shouldn't condemn somebody. But everybody needs to be judged. If I'm running a business, let's say I'm a president of a bank, and you frauded somebody 10 years ago, I should have that discretion to say yes or no. But as a decent person, I should give you a fair shot as far as an interview, as far as spending time with you, getting to know you, to see if you redeem. But, and like, you would want to do that too if you had a business. If you owned a daycare, you wouldn't want a pedophile working in your daycare. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't care if it was 30 years ago. I don't give a damn. You should have that option to say yes or no, right? That's my thing. Now, but that's more on the job level. On a person level, that's different. You know what I mean? But on a job level, you know, I don't think we should do that, because I should have the right to know if you did a heinous crime or whatever it is that you did. I should be able to look through that and say, you know what, this might not be for you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, see that's the part that I'm on the fence about, because I'm like, dang, if I paid my time, if I paid with time and I paid with money, and I overcame that, you're still judging me on what I did when I was a younger person.
Everybody judges. See, I think what you're talking about is condemning somebody. Everybody judges people. You know what I'm saying? The moment you walk in any room, somebody's judging you, but it's about condemning somebody. Like, oh, you know what I mean, F you, I'm not going to give you this, or, you know what I'm saying, you don't deserve this. Now, that's different, but we all judge everybody. We all judge each other. But I respect what you're saying. Like, I get it. You know what I mean? I get it. But my personal, it's like a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. It's like a relationship. You know, I believe that in a relationship, everybody operates better when they're free. And meaning over time, we built the trust with one another to put everything on the table. No matter how disgusting or ugly it is, we can love each other through that. Mm. You know what I'm saying? And
but I gave you the option to see me, the true me.
When you, as people, when we closet these things and hold it in, you see what I'm saying? And you can't even share that with your partner or your husband or your girlfriend. You still got to closet these things. We still not being our true selves. You see what I'm saying? We still in some way or another putting on the front. Mm-hmm. The best relationships is when two people can just live in their truth. Whatever it is. It's not for me to judge your truth. It's just is what it is. Mm. You see what I'm saying? Like that's how I feel about things. You see what I'm saying? So for me, it's not even a relationship unless we living in our truth. That's why I dropped my book, but it's mirror talk. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, we're going to put everything out there. And at the end of the day, this is how you build real trust. Not this quasi-trust people talking about. No, I'm talking about where you build up real trust, where we put it all out there and then we can stack on that.
And I guess the only way we could have that ultimate trust and not feel like the person's going to use it against us or leave is marriage. That's where marriage comes in, because that's the only person that can't run away with your truth. And
they can still hold it against.
They could hold it. Yes,
they
could. Yes, I understand that. I'm saying they can't even They can't even testify against you because they're testifying against themselves. I'm just saying that's the person that you can.
That's the person that you should.
Okay. Yes.
Do you know how many people keep secrets in their marriages? I mean,
that is true.
So
that is true.
I think personally, like even when we talk about submission, right? I think a woman, the guy that she truly submits to, I'm talking about mind, body, and spirit, is the guy that she can just be free with.
You're right.
Just be. Fuck the word free. Just be. When somebody can just be, that's so much truth and just being. You know how much truth is in that? That's who you are. That's everything. Your past, da, da, da. When you could just be. That's the man that she'll submit to. That woman can go get married. She can have kids with another guy. At some point of her day, she's going to be thinking about him. Because you know what? She can just be. We all want that freedom to just be.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, men are looking for it. Women are looking for it. But, boy, like I said, we hold each other prisoner to everything.
You know, it's so crazy. When I was growing up, I used to see that everywhere in school. Be yourself. Be yourself. And I didn't understand what the hell that meant until, like, just recently. I'm like, wow, that's what they're saying. Just be.
Well, here's the thing. It's so hard to just be because you know what we lacking? And this will sound kind of corny, but we lacking real love for each other. Love for your neighbor. Love for your family. Love for yourself. And that's the most important love is for yourself. Like, we are lacking these things. So the more I accept myself and my flaws, the more I can accept yours and vice versa. You see what I'm saying? The more I love myself, the more I can love the world.
Right.
And a lot of us, we don't even truly love ourselves. That's why we always trying to mask things and be things that we not, and we trying to play these personas and everything.
Striving
and
to be perfect.
It's really not helping us. Like, look, the best. Let me take that back. When you can just be, and when I say be, I mean truth and everything that shit embodies. The experience you're going to have with life in general is going to change. When you come out of concealment, no matter how ugly your truth could be, somebody going to love you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't have to invite you in their house. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, you know, in terms of relationships, I've noticed that with women, that for some guys, they may be a bitch, they may have an attitude, they may be hardened, all of that. But I allow these women to just be.
Yeah, we hide a lot of ourselves just so that we could be accepted by the men that we want.
When you allow people to be themselves, you know, to have their individuality, when you get over the control aspect, you'll watch somebody blossom. And, you know, you'll start to watch everything around them grow. And it's just a process with all that stuff. But you got to be secure within yourself. Like, anytime you try to control somebody, or you can't do this, you can't do that, or, you know what I mean, you're trying to control every aspect of somebody, that ain't nothing but fear. Me, I refuse to live in fear. I can't do it. I don't want nothing to do with fear. I want to live in freedom. So, you know, I want somebody to accept me and my flaws. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So at the end of the day, thank you for that super chat, PJ. He said, you guys speak the truth. You guys work well together.
Aww.
We have a lot of practice. Just be honest. Got a lot of practice. But no, real talk. So a lot of times what I try to tell guys is like, look, you know, obviously, you know, get your self-improvement on, but for a lot of dudes, you got to change your mentality. You know, a lot of dudes don't like women. I don't know if you know this. Like, I'm not going to use the word hate, but they have a major disdain. They don't like women for whatever reason. So when you don't like women, what you're doing is you're lessening your magnetism. See, when you truly love yourself, and everything that you embody, and you got some kind of love for the world, that's magnetism. But a lot of guys don't have that. You know what they try to focus on is swag. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, swag is for people that value the shit, right? But that doesn't last long. You want magnetism. Like I talk about my homeboy Tavon. He was a magnet for everybody because he just showed so much love. He wasn't a sucker. He wasn't a simp. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was the first dude that I seen, you know, when we was young dudes, you know, treating his girlfriend right. He was like, come here, we'll tell you, baby, da-da-da. He would just show her all the love in the world. But he was the same dude that'll bust your head to the white meat. You see what I'm saying? Magnetism. But that comes with a lot of love and, you know, love for yourself and, you know, for everything around you. So I think a lot of dudes truly need to focus on that. Become a magnet for people. Everything will come to you, but you're not going to get it with hate in your heart. You're not going to get it with judging people all the time. You're not going to get it with being selfish. You know what I mean? All of that. You know, and this is why dudes got to learn all this game. Think about it. Game. That's all they doing. Nah, nigga. If you a magnet for people, you can go to the club and stand in the corner. At some point, there's going to be a crowd of people around you because you could be the life of the party because you're showing love. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Magnetism and shit, man. And I could get into that a lot more, but and that's what DJ Academic don't got. Magnetism. He's a clown. But the overall point is, you know, in life, man, honestly, when you truly a good person, you know, your main concern is how much you give, not how much you get. I mean, we all want things. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that this is an easy practice because it's not.
Right.
We all give to get, right? This is how we think it. But truly,
and how much responsibility can I pick up? A lot of women say, I want to be a wife. I want to be a wife one day. What she's saying is, I want the responsibility of being a wife to a husband or being a mother. I want to be a mom. She wants the responsibility of being a mom to help kids and to help her kids and to help other people. And she believes in her mind, by being a wife, it will make her happy. By taking on that responsibility of being a wife, it will make her happier, which it is. And taking on that responsibility of helping others will make you happy because you have a justified suffering in your life versus some, like, if you don't have any responsibility, you have unnecessary suffering in life because you're going to suffer in life. It's either, is it going to be a good suffering or a bad one?
Well, like, here's my last point. We're going to wrap it up. Without responsibility, and it doesn't necessarily have to be family. It could be career. It could be whatever. You know, family is the most important, but without responsibility, it stunts out growth. This is why so many black men are in their 50s and 60s acting like children, because they neglected the responsibility of a household, of a wife, of kids, whatever the case, right? And, you know, that's the fastest thing that's going to grow you up when you're responsible for another life. At least it should. So, you know, we indulge in a lot of activities that stunt our growth, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Honestly. So, you know, we done for the day.
Oh,
but
it's a great podcast.
This is a good show, man. I see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow I see y'all at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. I'll see y'all. The Nerve of You podcast, man. And follow me on Instagram at CBoogie Productions. Do I have any other announcements, man? I think that's it, man. I appreciate y'all for joining us, man. Y'all have a good day.